What bebre na mami busa finance minister say Ghana for yem fan wo mo boni nche wo mo quickly e na wo ka wo sa asem no ye wi ayako eye OSP 7.
Dr. Ren, I think that is a joke. That is a joke because yes,
a joke say wo patch wo Ivan.
Yeah, nipa bi adabi am catch us agro we ni so. We are not serious people. Look at the extensive economic damage that has been done to this country. Historic display of incompetence and recklessness deliberately. Dr. Ren, oba you are wedding fear 5 oba na wadam for one ne adwuma adversity wo fie na nitua sa akra na wa force ne nada ama moja pram akra no. Then he turns around to say, "Chalo, when is madam for na you to fetch me? Would you forgive that person?"
Me bonnet to you.
Exactly. That's exactly the context I have to what I say. You see, I am from Swaya. We are talking about the destiny and the future of a country. Look at the damage. We need to pardon nama de we who this DD we are no domestic debt restructuring no high. Winning mammy for what this 60, 70, 80 years and I'm so I'm a apologize. Is he going to bring them back? And you see, Nemana Yekano, when I a conversation for the past 2-3 years
yeah.
I have been telling you, sir, that decisions that has been taken by government in absolute foolish, reckless decisions. These are worse, I tell you.
Yeah.
And you see, so with commenter, finance minister Nakayana, he repeated same. He said, we are here because of some unpopular decisions our government taking here. And it confirms and reaffirms some of the position I am moving Canada. So as somebody no kaya reckless decisions because they think that we have power today. We are in charge. We can decide to do whatever that we want. When Ken Ofori-Atta was foolishly out there borrowing, you and I on this platform, we had series of conversation around it. World Bank came out and cautioned us actually the rate at which Ghana is borrowing, your debt will become unsustainable. When this common framework initiative was rolled out, we were cautioned, actually, this is a way out. Come and join. We sat here and said, we are a proud nation. Even at that time, I wrecking our mind to a point we needed to go for IMF. Your friends said bailout at the right time. I able to stabilize the economy. No, they told us, Ghana, a proud nation. We are not going to IMF. At the end of the day, we went to IMF in a wheelchair. These are the realities. So I'm sure, say, in the UK today, you cannot be engaging in some of this monumental recklessness. Yet deliberate. The outcome is so untoward. Overreaching consequences on the life of the people. You get out there to apologize to the people. No, you don't apologize. You resign. You resign and go. And you in the UK, you've seen a number of people who have resigned as a result of some of these things. Started from Boris Johnson, Pencil, Theresa May, why, Ghana ni Kwaku Kwaten, Obaye, your friend is saying,
Chancellor,
Finance Minister, a budget back up and local ready, and then hell broke loose. Budget back up, one single budget and local ready, one and course on the Prime Minister appointed and notified. You see, we live in an environment where there is no respect for the people, and sometimes, you can't blame them. We can always blame ourselves because you're emotional, you're the emotions in the deep politics, so these people are just happen on the emotional keyboards of the people. How dare you cause such a monumental damage to the country? Look at the economy today. And then Ghana about a global embarrassment. Whenever the name Ghana pop it up in any economic debate around the world, we have actually a joke. There is this Professor Hank, I think he's either in the US or UK.
Yeah, US, yeah.
On Twitter, always bastardizing and revealing Ghana, your situation said the city. all because of some of these things. And you see, or can same way not because he's happy because Ghana is here today, or can same way taking a sign of relief because we a sign of I told you so. The equity, no, you start on your platform. What can be brave? Even Samra Winner, my happy, those social media way, no, we commented on this. And yeah, can't say where people think are buying our time. Maybe I'm a for the president. So if some time, Yansan Mini, the time for the yes, because he's president, I'm nobody. So I don't hate him. But the fact is, we can't just zip our mouth and watch it because I am part of this government. He's my friend, he's my dad. No. You see, apology is not enough. They need to resign and go home. And if possible, to be investigated for a possible prosecution. But yeah, fortunately for us in this country, we are Mrayo Krumha, who willfully no cause financial loss to the state, you can go to prison. So if people have foolishly caused financial loss to the state, they're no more deserving. We are now willfully, this is foolishly causing financial loss to the state. Because they knew they were privy to the damning consequences of those actions even before they initiated them. So Dr. Ren, a good year in the way in America, we have an emotional media, some individuals who say, oh, we are aligned, and the issue not bad. They will not chronicle the critical issues. Now you're brushing, because Chroma, if you want to kill a serious matter, just make it NDC MPP, then it will die away. Will die out. Because within the media, people will take position. You will be all Kama NDC, you will be all Kama MPP. At the end of the day, who is speaking for Ghana? The person sitting in the middle who is supposed to set the record straight. It's a text message reader. So at the end of the day, we are unable to straighten the issues. And then, now you're cautious. But they say, on so say a bit more look into our faces and tell each other the bare truth, we can move forward. For instance, we'll show you how to when you somebody or manager in channel who's a problem, will identify 1-2 problem there. On so somebody approach you to tell you in the face, you might not know.
Yeah.
Because you're always busy on doing what you do best. Think and say, oh, the way that is it. But obi observe our much deeper insight and very much understanding about what you're doing, or can be bitched what you need to listen. Just avail your mind, analyze, because governance and culture say, and then number one of the radio station I make culture among for say, it will take the collective mind of us all, whether educated or not, whether rich or not, whether sick or well, to build this country. Because a professor who here, plumbers who here, sana we who here, watchman is who here. So unique class of people, I don't much of mind. America was built by commoners, Indians, and yes, shipping or more people from the Caribbean, people from Africa. They built America. No when you're professors, no when you're doctors.
People without experience, crowd.
What's it?
We see people with no experience.
Yeah, no experience. Ne, among do not dash here. Our Jamaica. Among 40 Bush, our India, Africa, there and yeah. But when yes, stage for them, look at all the major underground tunnel, whatever, American, other European countries now, they use these people to build it. Why can't we do the same thing? I think the politics now are air time, and sometimes you just watch, you feel like, Charlie, let me just pack my bag, find somewhere and go, because idea way it doesn't appear say nipa veiling the mind to the reality say because you can't cause such a damage. Oko Japan, your group be from Yakuza or something. Yes, say Okona say we are born here. You don't need to go and not as a way of appeasement and offer a kind one sababa upon the webcam. As a sign of atonement, telling people say, I don't know where and one and you are paying for that particular thing. By hand, who pays for what? If I can wreck a country to this extent, and with the mere words, I apologize and I get away. And I say it's so easy. It's so easy. Your friend can just walk into your house, rape your 5-year-old daughter, and walk say, oh, make our mama power, and once he apologizes, it ends there. No. I can't just say, Bible notion of that nonsense do not work in administrative framework so far as a country is concerned. Because my culture says in a country, there are two things a country cannot afford to show. One, a weakness, the other one, a mercy. Individuals now, for me, I can decide to forgive you. Or before me, because that is how we can live in harmony and live with one another. That is normal. But at the state level, there is no forgiveness, there is no mercy. But the very moment you extend it to that particular level, people will take advantage. It's the reason why America and then as for when you attack the country once, now my culture said there will be a response. Because if you don't respond, some kind of a culture, people will take advantage. Oh, they all cannot the better. But obi bowa or bowiem now what bonny yama bonnechi a corner next time. At the state level, that is what you do. So actions must be followed by consequences. And over the years, that's appears emotionally, now say your umbilical cord that you attach it to political party. So it doesn't matter, even though the person doesn't even respect you. He doesn't even mind whether you exist or not. Politics now, it's business, it's money, or pay their man when they the madness, it doesn't care whether we are okay and I say you are not okay. And consistently, we are the very poor people who sit and defend these people. And it's the reason why these people can do some of these things. Because maybe a Ghana about the economy, I think yet me trigger resignations upon resignations upon resignation. But Africa, who is resigning?
And to even think about it, send a can say a whole a year debt, a year restructuring, and now here say a whole former chief justice. Mami Penya was serving the nation. Na and I'm an intino no babontene ababa by demonstration. And it tells you said the government not failing and then just coming out. And even the way a papa no crackers so yem fam cha war monocrana quite I said, yo, Massa, it's like, it's like, what kind of trust? And let's move on to the next year, a friend's a chapter. Yes. Just and for be nobody will get punished for it. I say, and go for a woo, and just say, see, I mean, exactly.
That is the stupid mentality you have. My culture says, God builds no country. I'm a Christian, I'm a Catholic, I believe in God. But God builds no country. It will take me to build our country. Now, until selective justice, and why is America at this pedestal? Look at Africa. Africa is almost like a shithole. Everywhere in Africa, nothing is working. It's the psyche and the mentality. So we need to up our game and tell ourselves, time has come for us to elevate our thinking to a certain level. Make no mistake, UK and other places, it wasn't like this. Almost they went through the same way. Now, sir, I'm sure you've read about the civil war in the UK. Spread here to Italy and other stuff. You know what's happening?
Ivan, in 1957.
Good.
Now a friend is saying a government person. Now we are Bonnie will crum her, you do kuchina a ye Trafalgar Square, near Chawinsa. Now we are politician, now you're corrupter, you chow fingers, no? And you so near some malpunishment. Waka dem and now you're broadcasting in live. BBC Bekan will be a TB. Say, as soon as you could be as you can say, as soon as you could hear way, and now where you say you chow and said you're okay for people to learn from it.
Yes, in China, you can steal. China says here, on my sika former, because on my a high risk venture, family, just say you are done.
Ghana, the other Yamia says, one more scour form. The
last time I was telling you, your point will be as a DC, a palm white, and the yellow palm white, and the map palm white. Yakodanya Yamia other because I be obey. It's not about responsibility. It is about my path to richness, So the concept of coming to serve and leave your friends and certain legacy be a man for betting leverage And then Anapa now was saying the same thing. The whole essence of leadership, and they say every single individual in the country, one way or the other, is endowed with certain talent or potential. But some cannot realize it. Some do not have the instruments. So as a government, you set a stage. That is what America will tell you, is America is a land of opportunities. American for talent in show BMO. But they've built a system that is able to unearth and realize every single talent in everyone. Nanka pop music, it me create a chunk of your friends saying superheroes stars and as a form. Pop music. In the 90s, you know who I'm for, sorry, yeah, and they all became billionaires. That is how they do things. You know, we are not concerned about those things. Oh, nobody is creating wealth. Oh, we are creating wealth to satisfy our individual and selfish gains. That is what we are doing. And we have the courage to say, no. In our individual level, as Christians, we are supposed to forgive. But at the state level, because the state cannot fail, the state cannot show weakness, the state cannot show mercy. But once you do that, it becomes a monumental weakness that everybody will take advantage of, and that country will never be the same. It's the reason why in Uko Asia, do you know that among all the continents in Wahoo, baby, you can find a very honest people who are Asia.
Oh yes.
Japan, South Korea, China, upon more weaknesses in Nasifonia. And those people over there, because most of them are atheists.
Mm-hmm.
You see the irony. By Yanoma, as a marino, or one a kwaji in a war, and a yafa yesu no, as a in school. And a yafan on a yaton, no. Yana yedim in class 7 in Bonia Cassia Eukuma say. And we think that having me basis here any medicayako.
Unim say Oka Japani Omo since a fear pay na from a year 1965 Omo the a year educational standard and Omo the a year moral education are aiming to develop the Japanese citizen he will never lose a year consistent spirit of respect for a year his fellow human human being Japan. And it's Osha World Cup, you cry, you call ye cry. Ye bobo we no cry, I won't go for a prapra. Osha almost stand, almost sorry, prapra, yeah, keep the placeness because this is something I hear in build, yeah, the attentive warm way, the warm, yeah, church, warm war. And so Gan and you know, him say cleanliness is not nearer to a year godliness. No one call her craft and walk career bruni up a year, friend is saying, I heard you know, they are ye fine once now.
Yeah, Dr. Ram, because key to success and a beginning with having respect for one another. I want to start it free. Because if you have respect for one another, you value that person and you will not do things to hurt that person. You will not. By Yahano, may say we have no sense of purpose. So yana yatina ye and ya so and ya time. Look at Christianity, look at religion. Yaje ya some idea religion will grow say. Look at democracy. Democracy among for yamana ye. I read a lot of dividends. Our Western Europe and America, no. Look at our version here. It's a disaster because I don't know far we pretend we are doing it. Now ya say no. And you know, until that no she never free a team. Amaya who say na nkopon and chichiro mine or the time I am a nyansa my name there. The rest is up to us. Let us rely on ourselves. Can we be honest? But because we cannot be responsible, you see, there be people who always subject unexplained phenomenon to spirituality. As for Sankrofon, omunye wa brabom da. Ono aye mistake wa brabom obegia to no correct ne ho no. Osa brewa na ye na se bayifo na ye no. Na obi a wo ye nyansani, you will never apportion blames to obi. Abrewa ono wadi 8 years nyame ahia na ote no ono otimi to anadwo a anka kurase na ote. Otimi to anadwo a anka nya meyami no kwakotena. Eti wunim nyansa sa niema we wunya bi. So obi a wunim nyansa se niema nkoye wa brabom a you will not apportion blames bayifo bi na ye na you look through yourself. Ask yourself a lot of questions because nipa niema ba ko na mienu bi na wankasa wunye ni ye enya obi a ote abrewa bi a ote akurase ese bi de obedi kura onya no bayifo anka akurase na ote like you see when your mentality no ka ho bi And some of this gullibility now are systemic, you know. And now some politicians realize, oh, the easiest thing to do is to rule fools. So who didn't power munim nyansa so Dr. Rand it's so easy. And that is what some of the politicians see Ghana for. And the opponents say for no about betting the council be actually off and ready. Because I'm imagining say Abra up and down way air cost UK. I could party go within the budget yeah and near my jeans some we Nanka Wabasa or the UK for Acho. For the first time, the pound lose the value to the extent that Bank of England had to come and intervene. For so many years, the pound not lose the value because of that particular budget. To the extent that that bank know how to intervene. Eldru sa what cross your friend say Rubicon. There is no turning back. There is nothing like your baby apologize your stages. And your stage you do there is no going back. And you know point in your term. Because this is a government that is promising you say Guyana no honor na or Bobosian Pasia so Bobosiana who the other intimate bar meaning baby sikawo we will not borrow. He comes and the history of the country we've borrowed like we are crazy. The dollar cedi, you look at the rate of depreciation, you ask yourself what is going on? You look at corruption, Nema skyrocket charging semu, even respect for the people no say ni hobiemo. Respect for the people is no longer there. I'm not sure politicians respect people of this country because so Bunipa, but not here I have a conversation because I have respect for you and same you have me can at our individual level. Imagine who ye because I'm thinking that I same way me can isn't it going to hurt this guy? That is when I respect you, but if I don't respect you, I can just pour anything on you, whether you are hurt or not. I don't care because the person move. That is the situation we find ourselves in. And the only way out, let's say, realize the role that we play in this scheme of affairs called politics. But I thought, say, politics, NDC, MPP, you know, they are supposed to talk and we are supposed to listen. But that is not the case. We are all stakeholders.
But someone just now, no. That is the notion of many Ghanaians. I say politicians need ye Kufu Adom di ne papa wosika dada Mahama mo di ne papa no wosika dada enti wo na ye di o man Ghana na hye wo mo sa di o mo pe no mo ye enti no o ma build wo mo ho defenders o mo defend wo mo political slave people enti wunya kokon ma some hey men come some adana wo kana some what time but they have forgotten said they are stakeholders wo Ghana because by virtue so we are a Ghanaian ne die say by naturalization or not by birth no die your allegiance is to mother Ghana to ensure say Ghana no be obedi eni bia no obey utilizing the natural resources no one maximize the potential profit the aboa o man Ghana mu nyina but bebre no anwene sa say the
David and America say instead of investing wisdom in politics we have invested emotions. And emotions have override our reasoning. Yes, our sense of reasoning. And whatever emotions need also change again now, while winning the kofaba. And now kofa sa nema we nyina de aba. So sense of responsibility are attached to power no any hobium. And now no a master servant relationship. We are supposed to serve, heal people, and then see them as kings and lords. Abra. We are supposed to be partners, stakeholders, because like I said, we all have equal stake in the country called Ghana. And it is our collective duty to ensure that we elevate the country from the trenches, from the gutters, to a level where some dignity. I put to the country on a pedestal, asabi. Obida sorry, certain basic things, you may not have to rely on another guy for it. Now, what that sorry, I said, the obedi kra, no, just say obina, adiama wansa. At that point, you are no longer a human being, because you will never have an independent sense of reasoning. You have to tap into the other guy who the position I will take and I take because the obedi babo. But over there, everyday politics, and you are not interested in it. You look at the overall government policies and how are impacted on your life. On an election day, you go to the polls and do that. But you from a Dana year to Aba, Kopem 4 years in the every day is politics in this country. Nobody is discussing how I turn things around, and depending on where the person stands across the political divide, you know, defenders, your Sergio Ramos group no, and your Cristiano Ronaldo no Messi, we no share we do defend it.
The saddest part is when we defend now. Nanachi, we almost so soon abosom no moji 250 Ghana cedis. What they buy UK more? Just £12.60 bosom me.
Now, Dr. Ran, me brother Makan say these things is never about money. If your motivation going into politics is money, trust me, you go and get it in abundance. And at the end of the day, it will end there. It's the reason why people go, because say motivation going into politics are money. Once you get in there, looking at the nature of our politics, you get the money. But trust me, and the next thing, arrogance, the Bible show me. Then you talk anyhow to people. And so her stage, so that's exactly what is happening. At the point here, when you're to me now, with your man, I was expecting say, or the baby be new into the benefit. A bit in your no. At that point, no kakasa feature. And the Esla be gina stages, no, I can't pass your some now. I found where the acquire or Van Dam space, yes, or say, or no hand over. Brian Champos, a wine, or be a to quire US and as for Akotosa, Van Dam space, could you wish when in a parliament, Cassam glasses, so or no hand over because power near the these are people because they don't respect the people.
Now, it's uncle for you, Mukazana, I had a mystery. Oh, a year 2008. Na a year a Kufuado say President a year Kufuor on declare state of emergency. 2008.
Okay.
And President Kufuor say on timin declare state of emergency because we want the a year BBS a year very emergency as well my Ghana no ye declare. It is a omo assembly omo court and so over here Obekaya for the first time on the Sunday a Kufuor money in call for court. Say we almost say a declaration of a election woman fuaso and the entrance one sana. Look, Jerry John Rawlings so crano do merebino. I see you so one who didn't see a crano or no crano. A do the head no or Jabano to one Ghana for yet to us. It did the Abranti and the who are war Canada. Or did you know? Oh,
Dr. Anna Mecano, or no, Benadum, say Anna Mecano, but you see. Nkawohwe baby a yabedru in our democracy. Such conversation,
should not arise.
Exactly. Because whenever these conversations are coming up, it seeks to suggest say those of us doing politics now stop it. That is why that guy can at least take a stage and say some of these things. Because baby democracy now advance. Look at the number of transitions I say. And we have anything to discuss, isn't it? But because you don't determine who wins power. That belongs to the people of this country. And so, Omoka, the 2 million they are, say, yes, yeah, the man, that is fun. You cannot do anything because once you are in a position of influence, when you begin to say some of these things, you create insecurity because you may go into the elections and win genuinely, but because of a summer wakantino, so a man force it, and I am say. Sometimes maybe say nti adwene na eni omutima na say nti akwa we sha say okeka san kwasa say mu we sabi one occasion, 2 occasion, 3 occasion nti president na panyini bi ante ye to warn him say asem na wo kan wo kire wa adwene there, but you see these are the untoward consequences ebetimi afiri mu aba. Looking at the high stakes in the upcoming elections, because when you do baby na when you certain exposure na when you experience bia, there are certain things you don't say. If you buy a sakra banimo, but when you consistently engages people and you preach some of these violent tendencies, and then I say for them, I know the day, other people to prepare. And my culture, what electoral violence has done to Africa.
Uni says Abranti and me no memblemuno na owo na ama Abranti no ene waye ye a wode nam Ghana wo ye dwesa. No so free US ni obaye. No ni kabro ni teku ni simple ni dama. And obaye Jake Obechebilamte ni 8. Jake Obechebilamte was a year the chairman of MPP. Abranti we Jake fund se ne yemu ba. Nti wo bekyerɛkyerɛ ne yoma bi boaboa no kwan bebre so. Jake na osi saa ejapade ewo eye kwawu ho no. Jake wu ye na abrantie ye kwan ofa so na japade na ba be ye ne de ne ene nam Ghana wo kasa enia 2014 sa abrantie we ka kire Kennedy akompre kwa Japan say the way I no threaten the boss Jake Obechebilamtin no abrantie no we say Ghana wo mo ba power mo be kire no where power lies. This is the young man or no free US what did they put tomato pe and they be see my Ghana. Yes. Today he's a millionaire.
Yes. Because yet the system not accounting for anything. People can just say anything and get away with it. So Dr. Ren, Debiameka said, yes, citizenry, no, the sentinels, the protectors of our democracy. I bet you protected the institutions of state. And your democracy, no, your shepherd, no. We cannot leave it to these people. Because Omono always, but be an interest at towards, and our allegiance echo. But yana say yatnas because we are in majority. Yana yadoso. And yana bit me shepherd the system normal to force these people to do the right thing. Because if we emerge as enlightened, reasonable, unemotional, intelligent citizens, and we are watching, trust me, some of these things will not happen. So you are assertive, we are very assertive. We are very intelligent. We are very reasonable. We are emotionally unattached. I belong to a party, but hey, allegiance is to the state. Allegiance is to the constitution. Allegiance to the flag of this country. And I'm watchful. Trust me, we will force our own party executive and leaders to do the right thing. And that is the only way out. So yantimi anya sa ya bebrankasa o makachiro wote ho na sa office nyankopon beje ya wo bodam nyankopon ni adaje o maji obia our destinies in our own hands o nyankopon wa busy oni adaje ya nkasa we cannot dodge or run away from responsibility. We need to embrace responsibility and make sure say ye be man work. Look at the ordeal South Africa went through. God never came to their rescue. Last time I catch us, na no more demonstration. I had to be your movies, Soldier 42 kuomo, ye kuwa pem for, yet some for go prison, a bit damn 10 years, 20 years, God never went there to rescue anybody. Adolf Hitler also gas chamber na no sisa due for pem for na no. God never saved anybody. Mankind, and Sanema no shy, say. Or the year pass yensa, ama yedim dia ma yenyansa. Let us straighten our affairs. Yankopon more we as how many years today. Now if say be yank ye. So it is up to because I know mind be America for tenancy who said no. At this point, yentimin tenancy my UK for media so entino let us yanje ho. The people rose and they fought the American war edgy omo. UK at some point in time the same thing. When Ottoman Empire took over the Middle East for 400 good years, And do you know the funny aspect of this conversation, Dr. Ren? Are you aware, sir? 3 biggest religion we are seeing for the Middle East in the Bible.
Oh yes, Nina said those
Christianity, Judaism, and Islamic.
Yeah.
But that particular region was conquered by the Ottoman Empire for 400 good years. Until First World War and Sana, the shackles no breaking, ama UK taking over. So I'm telling you, sir, God do not intervene in human affairs like that. France for just time until this Abrante we sorry leading the French Revolution and Sana and the France it happened in Spain. What I said, not Spain were under the directive of your friends and monarchs and then as a phone, or Spain, Italy, na him for nobody so. By now, have Nipana sorry to lead the way. Said this is the way I appear. Now, Africa, we are sleeping. We don't even know where we are going. Yeah, no, it is about our individual greed, selfishness. Nanka brofo bahabe, yes, omafa ye go near diamond as a phone. What is over far you go, your diamond? Now say, or the could be in a personal way that. Sanya man or mode develop mukro, by yano ye dimyans I say the developer. the ebenya no hakwa science sa de kwa abonten so ewo ya dwen mu and we are not ready to accept say ya no ya failure ho sa de efiem so obi sha say no we nsa no wambo ne bra yi na abrabo no pasihye na onye obi di hye no say bayifo na ye no sa na ye de na kwakwaye. We are not ready to accept responsibility and blame ourselves. Actually, ade we there. Ya na ye. Na ye nuanom went through series of challenges and na so chan ye there. But when they realize, omo ankasa soreji, omo ankasa obo ho, because there is nobody to save you than so betimi save you ho. There is nobody. Ya na betimi save you ho. So let us heighten this political awareness, this conversation. Sabi e beto ye tirim. Now too much politics na amasabi yenyansa na yadwen ya de dwen nyina sa we have become narrow minded, very myopic, and we don't see the future, we see tomorrow and power, and that is it. Omaya wuni aniswadi hunu no that country unye yeda yati hai in the next 5 years if ana Ghana eko wuni minim offer president say adnigna license and say the next 5 years if ana he doesn't know. I am for
say how many engineers ye produce, how many doctors, how many civil engineers, how many carpenters, oh, they don't even know.
Now, Dr. Ran, universities, say, yeah, critical impact analysis of our universities, our PhD, master's level. Just say, who say, do you know why? Because you see, some of this research and answer are supposed to bring up new ideas. Yes, ideas ideas in real life, implement it, take shape. Now a better life. Because Facebook, Twitter, these social media handles now can a research project that certain individuals in their school days took it upon themselves and they've been able to perfect it. I had this speed training as if I'm told it's a university, one of the universities in China. A project then as a form bisa ho say ye de na de na ye de ye okroma say ye thesis ni ye say oko online amount for thesis or 1 year now say we don't know what we are doing. Can you the civil engineers na as far as trade no do do say na beti ordinate to kwan so betimi a build the road ye roads in China for na build enti mfa so be na wo say ye train civil engineers to do what enti ana make tell say we are jokers, I'm telling you. From top to down, we are jokers. Ye nim de ye. Until say back to say strategical near planning from the bottom up. Na yasha nema. We are training this club, your University of Science and Technology. Yamfa a certain research facility be attached. Students will get practical. And the anya hwe nipa no be wie tech obeba abonten no na anya hwe onim se de esisi phone. Ana onim se de ye bibi obetimi abaya ton
onim se enkomo ya woken na over the weekend eja ye tia na chi kakra ekọ the other side of a town na ye di nkomo with ye me wo fa no